Hello, Swifty here. Welcome to the warrior dueling section against mages. Now, when I fight mages, I like to start off in Zerger stance. I'll intercept, and I'll immediately go to battle stance and charge. Now, you could blade storm. This should usually make them ice block because there's nothing they can do. That's one good way of starting this fight. Catch them off guard. Now, while fighting mages, I think it's the most important thing to do is apply rend. If you notice,
Yep, you got it.
every time I get near that mage, I'm going to apply rend first. Because usually you're going to only be able to get one hit on him. One or two hits at most. Now here, I Shadow Meld, if you notice. And fear his pets. Now if you Shadow Meld, the pets will all the pets will lose aggro. Now when you get a chance to, you also have to activate Enrage Regeneration and Shield Wall during a mage fight to stay alive, especially against an arcane mage. Now if you also notice, I also intercept then charge. And charge gives you enough rage to be able to spell reflect, maybe get off an MS. Now you notice pretty much all the fight scenes I show versus mages, I usually have a rend on the target at all times.
Nice.
Since the recent warrior nerfs, frost mages are a nightmare for warriors. For one thing, every time you hit them you'll be snared. So you're going to be snared most of the fight. Try to keep up rend on the target. One strategy is, if he summons his 3 pets, just Blade Storm and kill them all. But the problem with the strategy is attacking the pets or his big frost pet is it leaves the mage to do whatever he wants. In the next clip I'll show an advantage of being a night elf. He summons his pet, I'll just Shadow Meld and I lose all aggro. Now this will leave me kind of vulnerable because he might get some distance, like you'll see in this clip. Bam. Now what I'll do here is try to stay alive, and I'll save my trinket for the deep freeze. The moment he does it, I'll trinket, and I'll try to get on his pet. I'll Blade Storm, try to kill it, but once again, attacking the pet leaves the mage to do whatever he wants, and leaves you vulnerable. Now, it's really important here to activate Enrage Regeneration, and in this clip, I don't activate Enrage Regeneration. So by the time I'm done with all his pets, I'm left with almost about half health. Now there's one thing that can counter intercept, charge, Blade Storm. And you'll see it right here. Engineering. Owned. Want to buy engineering boots. Now both of these mages have beat me in quite a few duels. And they have good arena ratings. And I just want to show some of the tactics that I use to be able to beat them. Now here we go, we're going to have a full-on fight versus a frost mage with all his cools. Notice I try to keep rend up on him. Now he summons all his pets, and I get a good fear off. I trinket the deep freeze, get a fear, and I just bust Blade Storm and make a ice block, because it's a perfect time to ice block. I mean, to Blade Storm, because everything is feared. Now I activate Enrage Regeneration. And with all these snares that are happening on me, I'm healing for a lot. Now Shadow Meld, just to waste time on all his pets. After they get feared, and now I Shadow Meld, there's less of a time they have to attack me. And if you notice, my health is almost full. Now here's just a mana war against my health versus his mana bar. And if you notice, it's so annoying to be slowed the whole fight. But I always try to keep up rend. That's my main source of damage right now. Because if you notice, I only get one hit on him. So it might as well be a rend. Now I'm at full health. So the fight's going really good in my favor. And also, what you heard right there was a mod that I have that lets me put my own voice in a WAV file. So when rend runs off, it'll say reapply rend. Now I screwed up that Blade Storm. I was trying to switch to a two-hander macro, and I accidentally canceled the Blade Storm. Now this mod I'm talking about is called Sound Event Handler 4. It's a pretty neat mod. Reapply rend. Notice it just went off, and I reapplied another rend. It's a good way to remind myself. Now I can't do anything about this deep freeze. I just gotta wait till it wears off. Now the fight's looking really good in my favor. Not too worried. And just as a reminder, you could get off rend in defensive stance. So you should always keep up rend on the target. Especially mages. And that was a pretty good duel. I really enjoyed that. If you warriors want to do good against mages, you're going to have to get a good one-hander and shield. So put that resilience on that shield. Get the arena one-hander. The slow-hitting one, the one that's like for 260 speed. And just practice fighting with a one-hander and shield out. And use the macro to switch from one-hander and shield back to two-hander, back to one-hander and shield, and spell reflecting. If you happen to be an engineer, which I'm not anymore, you could use the lightning generator trinket, the rockets on the gloves, the Dark Moon Death card also is good because you could use your ranged and it'll proc on a ranged attack. So yeah, if you have those stuff, that's more of an advantage versus mages. Also having Shadow Meld, of course. If you're a Night Elf, you're gonna love Shadow Melding mages. Now I don't use the Enrage regeneration glyph, but in long fights, like versus mages, it would be an advantage to have that glyph. And just practice. Practice like crazy. Like I've done countless BGs. Like I've had people ask me, how do you become good at PvP? And I tell them, just do BGs. Like back in the day when I did the Field Marshal grind, it was 4 months of playing 10 hours of PvP a day. Just BGs all day long. And that's all I did for 4